In this video, I'm going to dive into exactly how I would drive $10,000 in revenue in the next 14 days if I was starting completely from scratch without any case studies or testimonials. I'm going to do something extremely specific here, and there's a reason as to why I'm doing it this way, right? There's a reason behind this. This is based on the exact process that I ran to generate $98,000 in the exact 14-day time frame in a brand new market, no case studies, no references, no reviews, nothing. Completely fresh, brand new market. Now, my main focus here is on driving cash flow and momentum as fast as I possibly can. The most important factor in whether or not you're going to be successful is going to come down to your offer, and is always the case. If you're trying to sell the same old boring offer as everybody else, you're not going to be moving very quickly. It's not going to bite in the same way. You need an offer that is in demand in the market right now. Now, that means 2024, that means 2024 going into 2025, understanding market conditions and what it takes. This means you've got to solve a problem. You need to solve a problem that people actually want to solve quickly. This is very important. This can't be a problem that can wait till next week to solve. You need an urgent problem. Now, most people think they should go out there and offer a standard service like SEO, right? It's search engine optimization. They think that's the way to go. Now, is SEO viable? Yes, of course, absolutely. It is very effective and it works. But the problem is SEO takes time to kick in. It can take 6 months for it to just start moving or getting traction, right? Especially in a competitive market. In fact, in a competitive market, it can take even longer. That business owner needs help right now. Or maybe you think everybody or every business needs help with automations, right? True, they do. But if they don't have enough leads, the automations won't work, right? They won't work very well. You need to solve the immediate problem that the prospect has. Now, a major problem that keeps a business owner up at night is an empty calendar. They wake up on a Monday morning, they look at the calendar, and it's completely empty. They do other things, they waste time, they procrastinate because they don't have any sales calls. They don't ever solve the root of the problem. They wake up on Tuesday, it's the exact same problem. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend hits, and then Monday it refreshes again. It's the same problem every single day. They're reminded of the problem every single day. And this hurts. It's painful. It's like you wake up every day and you've got a wound on your arm and you rub salt in that wound. You're reminded of it. It hurts. If they don't solve this problem, their business won't grow and it can eventually collapse. By not having a solution to pack in their calendar with sales calls, they're missing out on thousands of tens of thousands every single month. Every month that they don't have a system in place is another month where they are missing out on the revenue it could generate had they had a system in place. This is a problem that they've got to urgently fix. And they're going to pay for it as well. They're happy to pay for it because it delivers for them. So that's the problem. If I'm going to go out there and make 10K in 14 days, that's the problem I'm going to go out there and solve. Now, to solve that problem, I'm going to implement a specific call booking sales funnel. I can use AI to construct this and the video sales editor on that funnel, so I can simplify it right down. We've got the AI mechanisms now to make that happen and make it really high quality and basically write it the exact way I would write it if I was building it to convert. This element is the secret. This will make or break the offer, in terms of the video sales letter. How many times have you heard a prospect say that they've been burned by an agency and so on that ran Facebook ads, right? You hear it all the time. They've been burned, the agency didn't deliver, and so on. Now, the reason it probably didn't convert is not really because of the agency, it's because they didn't have a high converting funnel crafted. Now, this isn't a case of just building funnels. The reality is if you try to run Facebook ads without that in place, it's probably not going to convert. Or you try to run lead form ads, the leads are not going to pick up, they're going to be low quality, and they're going to blame it on the agency. Without this, the traffic is going to struggle to convert. So here's the offer that I'm going to run with. Normally, I charge $7,000 for this build, but I'm going to drop it for the sake of round numbers and also to make it even harder for myself. I'm going to drop it down to $5,000. So, round numbers, I've got to close 2 deals in 2 weeks to make that 10K. I'm going to build out a system called the sales machine, and I'm going to target the high ticket sales industry. Now, why am I targeting this niche? It's because their deal size is usually $5,000 plus. So their deals themselves are 5K plus, which means if they close one deal using the system, the investment pays for itself, and then they have the system for life. So really what I'm doing here is I'm creating a no-brainer offer for them, right? That's the idea. Creating an offer that's a complete no-brainer and makes numerical sense to them. The logical component is taken care of. Now, what does this actually include? What would I build for this offer? Well, first of all, I'm building a custom high converting video sales letter. That's the key. This sales letter, it's about 2,000 words or so, but I'm going to use AI to do so. Remember that. This video sales letter indoctrinates, it educates, it nurtures the prospect before that sales call. So if we're looking for higher close rates, if I have a VSL in place, the close rates are going to be higher. The show rates are going to be higher. The call quality is going to be better simply because we've put them through this process to begin with. I'm also going to build a call booking funnel out. Now, this funnel is designed for the client custom, but it follows the same principles over and over and over again. The copy that we write is essentially coming from the video sales letter. It's the same thing. This isn't a video format or a scripted format. This is the scripted format on a sales page. That's the idea. I'm also going to include in the package for 5K, the ad copy and the ad creative built for Facebook ads. The reason I'm using Facebook ads is because we know with these types of funnels, it works really well, and we know the KPI benchmarks. So if something isn't working, we know where the problem lies because I know what to expect. I'm also going to include the targeting strategy. So what interests and such should they target with the ad campaigns? I'm going to include that in the package. I'm going to identify the interests. I might even do the setup for them in the ad account because it's quite easy. If I've got the interest stack already, I might as well just take effort and work away from the client and just implement it into their business or into their ad account. I'll do it all for them. And it also includes the back-end automations to nurture their prospects, maximizing their show rates and their close rates. That's key. So as that lead comes in, they go into the VSL, into the call booking funnel. They can book a call. Before the call, they'll get text message or email reminders or both. After the call, if they don't show up, they'll be nurtured. If they've got to think about it, let's say, where they get on the call, they're not sure, there's automations in place for that as well. So I'm implementing this entire system. VSL, call booking funnel, ad copy and ad creative, ad strategy, and also the back-end automations into their business. This is my implementation. Now, we will deliver this system within 30 days. We can actually do it in 14 days because of AI. And this is an in-demand offer for multiple reasons. It's completely done for you, so they don't have to do anything, which is very attractive. If we can go to these business owners and we can say, look, this is the situation, this is reality, this is what we can do A to Z. You don't really have to do anything. I might ask you to record a video, although I can get AI to do that, but I might ask you to record a video following the script that we create in the slide deck, but really there's not too much I need you to do at all. It's an attractive offer for them, right? Then it solves their problems. It packs their calendar. I know this system has booked thousands of sales calls. It's a rinse and repeat process. We're doing the same thing, just changing the market, changing the input essentially that we're working with here. So I know the system has booked thousands of sales calls, so I'm extremely confident that it's going to work for them and I can plug it in. So it solves their problem. And not only am I solving their problem, I'm doing it with minimal effort from their side and I'm doing it quickly. So they can go from zero today to in 30 days, they've got an entire system built out within their business that can be there for the long run for them, right? So they've got a solution to their long-term problem. This is why they pay 7K for this build out. Now you might say, well, I don't know how to build these systems, but the reality is it follows a framework every single time, and we use AI to take care of the bulk of the work. That's the key. We use AI to take care of most of the work, most of the heavy lifting. So you can learn how to do this extremely quickly, and this is the key. You don't have to spend 6 months learning how to do this. You can follow it like a blueprint. So how do I get clients quickly for this? So I'll get 14 days. What do I have to do? Well, I'm going to build the call booking funnel system for myself, right? I'm going to build it for my offer. Now, not only is this going to book calls into my calendar, it will actually prove the system works to the prospect before they get on the call. This means that they don't question if the system works. They have experienced it. It's experiential proof. So it takes the pressure away from not having case studies or testimonials. You have that experiential proof. Think about it. Earlier in the video, I said we went into these markets without case studies, without testimonials. It's because we didn't need them, right? And you don't need them either. If you prove to the prospect that the system works before they even get on a call, they believe the system works because they literally lived that system. They experienced it. They booked a call. They showed up for the call. So they want the same system in their business. It's an experience. So they're not going to ask for the case studies. They're not going to ask for the testimonials and such because they have lived the system. They have experienced it themselves. Then I'm going to take about $500 and I'm going to invest it into paid ads. I'm going to use a very direct statement ads to make sure that anybody who does click on the ads is only coming in for that particular statement, not because the picture looked nice, not because I've got a nice fancy picture of some kind or a picture of a dog or whatever. I don't want them clicking that ad for any other reason than the words on the screen. That ensures my lead quality is much higher. It maximizes that lead quality. And obviously every click is worth more. Yes, my cost per click might be higher, but that's what I want. I want it to be a high quality click. My interest targeting is going to be extremely simple. I'd run 4 ad sets with 4 different interests related to my target audience. That's it. Only 4 different interests, individual, and 4 different ad sets. Now, based on my funnel metrics, based on what we know, because we've done this for so long, I know this will book about 8 sales calls from $500. From those 8 sales calls, I would expect about 7 to show up, and I'd expect to close about 30% of them because I've got experiential proof of the system working. That's the difference, right? That's why you can close. You could close higher than 30% with this, but let's say 30% as a nice round number. You can achieve this because the only reason the prospect is in the calendar is because the system worked. That's the only way they could do it. They clicked on an ad, they watched the video, they read the page, they clicked on the calendar, they chose a time, they showed up for the call. The only reason they're there is because that system worked. So the sales calls become much easier. I don't have to push hard. I don't have to hard close. It's completely natural. It's magnetic. The 7 calls would book in pretty quickly within the first 3 or so days of launching, leaving enough time for me to get 2 deals fully closed in case it needs to be a 2-call close. I'm prepared for that. This would then have produced $10,000 in revenue within the next 14 days with an investment of $500. This is the fastest way to do it. The reason it's so fast is not because of the sales process, it's actually because of the learning curve. The systems that we run as certified acquisition experts are built on the framework that always remains the same. It does not change. This means that you've got a very clear blueprint on how to execute. You follow it like an instruction manual. It's not about mastering ads. We keep that extremely simple because honestly, ads are just a traffic source. That's just where the traffic comes from. The focus is on the sales funnel. Yet we've built AI mechanisms that can replicate this process for a client and for yourself extremely quickly. You can basically take any offer that you want, any offer out there, follow the instructions and produce high converting copy in the exact format I would write it myself in a matter of minutes. I'm talking about a 2,000 word video sales letter, completely automated in a matter of minutes using AI, written the way I would write it myself, and I booked thousands of calls. This is powerful. So this is a repeatable system. It's a repeatable process where you can dedicate to learning one in-demand system and you can operate. That's it. It simplifies everything down, but simple is where the money is. This is exactly how I would go out there tomorrow and generate 10K in the next 14 days without case studies or testimonials. You don't need anything fancy. You just need to follow a process and replicate it over and over and over again. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this type of content, like and make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified of future videos when I release them. Any questions, let me know in the comments below.